Hey, thanks for tuning into this video. If you are watching this video, it could mean a couple of things. You're either in the market for a hot tub and you are curious, perhaps morbidly curious about integrity spas, or just curious to see if what everybody says on the forums and blogs are correct about how it's a scam. So I want to share with you my journey, my experience in ordering an integrity spa, and I'll let you know how things go as we progress along the way so you can decide for yourself if it's a value or not. I was in the market for a spa last year and actually the year before that, and started shopping at some of the local stores, and the spas are very expensive. But when you shop at a store, it's expensive because they're normally servicing the spas out of that store, which means you get that local customer support, which could be valuable, might not be valuable. There's a lot of YouTube channels of people that maintain spas and do their own reparations on spas. If you want to surf the Spa Guy, Mr. Spa, a couple other ones out there, they talk to you about everything, about changing out the jets, troubleshooting how to repair it. They go into whether one that's fully insulated with foam underneath is better than one that's not insulated with foam, and some of the pitfalls to be careful of in that regard. There's a lot of information. So if you're in the market for a hot tub, I would suggest that you watch those videos and do your research. And if you do that, there's a good chance you will not want to pick an integrity spa. So then why did I? Good question, and I'm wondering the same thing. Again, it's probably a niche I had to scratch. The prices of integrity spas are very, very, very underneath what you'll pay at a local store. If it's too good to be true, perhaps it is, but maybe it's not. Who knows? Like, there's no local store, and the spas are ordered direct online and shipped to you online from a local shipper, and they have local spa setup contractors that come out and do the spa setup. So, you know, you're not sure what you're going to get. You're not getting people that are affiliated directly with integrity spas. They're contractors, but they're people that work in the spa profession, so hopefully it should be a good thing. When you look at the forums, a lot of people make comments without having purchased it. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't know really what they're talking about because they haven't gone through the process. So they're just commenting on, you know, like, hey, what do you think of integrity spas? They're probably crap by a bullfrog. They're probably crap by a jacuzzi. I can find a lot of jacuzzi complaints and bullfrog complaints. I can find a lot of caldera complaints. I talked to one guy who does spa maintenance here in the Delaware area, and he said that a lot of these spas are all built from the same companies, and like Watkins is a pretty good company to look for, and he mentioned a few others, but he said a lot of these spas are kind of built from the same company. The one guy on YouTube, I forgot his name, I'll try to give reference to him, I'll look him up and provide reference to him on this video, but he had a spa from Master Spa that he said was a really well built and really nice spa, but he also had a spa from Costco, which is probably a very, very cheap spa. And he said they both perform very, very well. And if you know how to do your own maintenance on them, you know, you can have that spa for years and years and years and pay thousands less and get by. So the more I started looking, the more I started saying, maybe it's worth the chance. But if you look at the complaints on the Better Business Bureau for integrity spas, some people got the wrong equipment, and that's understandable that they can get frustrated. Most of the complaints were just on the wait. They had to wait way longer than they were told, and but then everything was sent, right? What I thought was interesting about the Better Business Bureau complaints was that every single one of them was addressed by integrity spas. Every single one of them had a follow-up from Jeff, who is the owner of Integrity Spas, and every single one of them is looked to be settled in a satisfactory manner. So problems can happen with a company. but it's how a company responds to the problems is what makes a difference. So this might be a company where you need to keep up on them. This might be a company where you need to do all the follow through. That'll be wait to be seen. But it looked like the Better Business Bureau complaints were addressed. So I found that to be a check in the negative box, but also a check in the positive box. The lack of reviews online, other than on their site, but the lack of reviews online in particular had me concerned. The forums were a lot of people talking that have never made the purchases, so you discard those right away. But there weren't a lot of people that did make the purchases, so that had me wondering. And then talking to that local guy that recommended Watkins and other brands, he said stay away from online companies because you don't know what you're going to get. Makes sense. So as of last year, I was not going to buy an Integrity Spa. I didn't think, I was cautioned enough to stay away from them. So then I saw a review of a person who got the same spa that I was looking to buy on the Integrity line, and I was looking online at all these different places, looking online at Home Depot, Costco, Sam's Club, the hot tubs stores online, all of them to get the type of spa that I wanted to get. A lot of them didn't even have the type of spa I wanted to get, but the Integrity Spa was the perfect one I wanted to get. So I kept looking back at it. And then I kept looking away, saying, why can't I find one like this at another place? So kept coming back to it, kept going away, kept coming back to it, kept going away. And it's a big decision. It's something that if you do buy it, it could last you 10, 15 years. So if you're going to spend thousands of dollars and have it last 10, 15 years, you want to take your time on that decision. But you also want to make sure you make the right decision and don't get burned. I understand that. So I kept coming back to it, and then there was a review on the Integrity Spa's site. And this is where it gets interesting. So the review on the Integrity Spa site, that the person posted photos and videos of the spa at its location and at his house, and of it running with the lights working and the waterfalls working and everything else. And he and his wife were enjoying the spa. And he basically said, if you're willing to be patient and if you're willing to wait to save those thousands of dollars, you can get an Integrity Spa. He left his email on the review. So I emailed him and I said, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk with you about your spa experience. And he replied back to my email with his cell phone number. So Integrity Spas, I believe, is located in Kansas City or somewhere in that area. And this person's review was from Texas. So if this person was connected with Integrity Spas and this was just basically a fake review that was a setup, they went a long way with the videos and with the spa working and with the email. So I called this gentleman, and he said that he had an issue with the spa that Integrity Spas addressed right away. And it was something that he did not do in his preparation to set up the spa correctly. So the fault was on the owner who received the spa. He didn't do the setup the right way. Something happened with one of the jets and had to be serviced. And so he mentioned a company in Texas that Integrity Spas used to service the account. And from getting that company in Texas to come and service the account, the gentleman left the name of the company of the service guy in Texas, which was good because I could research that and then call that guy, which I did. So I called the service company in Texas, and he said that he remembered working on the Integrity Spa. And he said, I asked him how was the spa built? What did he think of the spa? He said the spa was built very, very well, and he was impressed by it. He was so impressed by it that he was hoping to stock them in his store, which I thought was interesting. He was hoping to rep them out of his store, but the Integrity Spa's model is not to build in bulk and ship to stores for stores to deliver. Their model is to sell online. So just the go-to-market strategies between Integrity Spas and this spa service person in Texas did not align, and that's what prevented them from working together. So then I started thinking, here's an owner in Texas who received the spa, loved it. He gave me the name of the service company that came out to service it. The service guy spoke with the service guy out of Texas. He liked the spa. He said it was well built, and he was hoping to do more with that company. If these were fake reviews, they're going a long way to do the fake reviews. So that was the one true, what I thought to be true customer experience that I could rely on, complete with a service person that knows the spa industry, that services spas, and can go out and comment on it. And with that review, along with the pricing, I decided to take a chance. So I took a chance and purchased the Integrity Spa. And this video, I have not received the spa yet, so I thought it might be nice to just chronicle what happens with my journey with Integrity Spas. And if people are interested in this video and are interested in just to see what I get, like, do I get a box of rocks? Do I get nothing? Do I get a spa? Do I get a spa that is, worthy to sit in the back of your home? Or do I get something that is, Tinker Toy? I don't know. All right, we're gonna see. But if you wanna see with me, that's cool. What I can tell you is that we ordered the spa in March of 2021. March 20th, 2021, we placed the order for the spa. The spa model that we received was the Paradise in sterling silver. The cabinet was coastal gray, and the cover should be matching. At that time, the price of the spa was $7,099. So for $7,100, the spa would come delivered. Now you can say, well, I can find spas for less than that if I just look at places, and yes, you can. This spa has gone up in price, by the way. So if you were to buy this spa today, the spa would be $7,799. So it went from $7,100 to $7,800. It is we saved $800 by ordering it in March. We still have not received it yet, so I'm curious to see what we get. Okay, but I'm gonna quickly show you the video of the website so that you can see what is included with the spa, and you can see what you get for $7,800 now, and what I'm hoping to get. I haven't received it yet. What I'm hoping to get for $7,100. So let me show you the website real quick, and then I'll show you I'll talk about the ordering experience, and I will talk about the email confirmation that I received. Cool? So hopefully you'd come along for the ride, and let's see what we get. Thanks. Okay, so on the Integrity Spas website, it's a very nicely done site. I mean, it's easy to navigate. It's easy to check things out. It's a well done site. You can see right now over in the corner, the price for their spa is $7,800. It gets free shipping, and it's built into the price. So nothing's free in this world. And I apologize for the shaky video. I'm holding it by hand. I don't have a tripod stand that holds my phone, so I apologize for that. But this spa seats 10 people, and the dimensions of the spa are 108 by 86 by 35.5 inches high. So a spa that's 108 by 87, 86, that's a large spa. It's 9 by 7. Most spas are 7 by 7. You might get some that are 8 by 8. The very, very large ones, 9 by 9, are few and far between. There are not a lot of offerings out there, and they're normally $13,000-$14,000. So this spa at $7,800 to get 9 by 7 is a phenomenal deal, and so that right away there's an allure there. The blue color, they told me, is not really available anymore. Just something with the acrylics, it's not really available. So I'm getting it in the white, and you can see it's got, I'll use my mouse to point at, it's got 2 seats here, 2 seats here, a seat here, and then the bucket seats. There's 4 bucket seats. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, seats 9, and if you put the person over here, that could be a 10th person. Now, if you've gone to a spa place and sat inside a spa, when the spa company says it seats 6 people, it really seats 4.5, maybe 5. And when they say it seats 7 people, it really seats 5, maybe 6. So it never. I mean, unless you are, 110 pounds and 5'5", you're really not getting the full amount of people in here. So this spa claims to seat 10 people. In reality, I'll bet you it seats 7 comfortably, maybe 8 comfortably. The 9th and the 10th would probably be a little bit of a squeeze. And I don't know, it's kind of gross when me and my hairy legs are brushing up against another guy with his hairy legs, and then his wife with her hairy legs, and everybody's got hairy legs, and it's just that's just a gross spa experience. So I wanted to get something with enough room for 4, 5, 6 people to fit comfortably and enjoy themselves. So that was the first appeal to it. And even at $7,800, it's probably a very good deal. Again, if you get the spa, which I'm still waiting on. But this is the website, and you can read about what's included in the spa, what's included at no additional cost. You can get like a TV set and a built-in Bluetooth and everything else, and those are at additional costs. They also have some accessories down below, but I did not opt for any of the 19-inch pop-up LCD TV or the premium Bluetooth. And honestly, even talking to Jeff, the owner, he said if there's going to be points of failure in a spa, those things tend to be points of failures. When I went to the jacuzzi store, they asked about built-in Bluetooth connectivity, and I said, what should I know about it? He said, I don't recommend it. You should get a good JBL flip and use that as your speaker. It'll perform better than the speakers in the spa. So I chose not to get any of these built-in bells and whistles. I just took what comes with the spa. This spa has a 500-gallon water capacity. It's 5,000 pounds when filled. We'll talk about that, extra things about that in a minute. But it's got pop-up lights. It's got water level LED mood lighting. It's got halo perimeter lighting on the outside of the spa. It's got stainless steel jets. It's got an ozonator with a mixing chamber, which I think most spas have these days. It's got underwater LED spa lights. It's got a built-in ice chest, which I think holds 2 beers. So it's without ice. So I think the built-in ice chest is basically a throw-out. Fiberglass bottom, which says it's much stronger than ABS. ACC electric spa management system. From the gentleman that gave me the customer review, I was able to research the spa pack and the spa management system, and it's one that has been around. I spoke to the spa person in Texas that services spa. He said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the ACC spa management system. It's fine. So anyway, this is the spa that I bought. When I bought it at the time, it was, like I said, $7,099, and I did get an email confirmation on March 20th thanking me for our order. So here we are now at August 18th. What I thought was interesting about the order, it said, thank you for purchasing from us. We have processed your order, and here are the details. And they say your spa will be custom built and is projected to ship Monday through Friday, the week of June 7th. So June 7th came and went, but that was my expectation, right? All of the reviewers said that they're late on their delivery, and they are, and then the person I spoke with said if you're willing to be patient and wait, you'll get a good spa. So here we are in August. It's 2 months after the promised delivery date, and we ordered this on March 20th. It's now almost August 20th, and I'm not in a rush to get the spa. I'm willing to continue to be patient because of the money that I saved. Again, this spa was relatively half the price, and to save $7,000, you got to have a little bit of your own skin in the game and be patient. So that's what I'm doing. So I called Jeff a couple times over at Integrity Spas. He answers the phone. He's very, very nice, very, very professional. Even the people that do the complaining say that he will tell you what you want to hear. He does tell me what I want to hear. He's very nice, but he says, hey, The spa is not being delivered yet. As we know, 2021 has been hit with materials costs increase, issues with getting stuff in from China, border issues with stuff being received from China. Those are all going to cause delays. So the price has not gone up. He's not charging me more money for the materials costs. As you can see, there is a new price reflected on their website from the materials costs. But, I got a savings. I have to wait. That's just the way it is. So I'm completely fine with that. Talking to Jeff, he did say, I do have your shipping company that's going to be servicing your area, which is great. The company name is Mr. Spa. And I did call them, and they're like, yep, we can move the spa to your backyard. He had me take pictures of the backyard and the path from the driveway to the backyard, which I did. And the spa is going into our backyard and up on the deck, which is something I'll talk about as well. So we're putting the spa up on our deck, and we'll hit on that too. And he gave me a price of an extra $800 to move the spa into the yard. I researched that, and I got prices everywhere from $700 to $1,500 to move the spa. So for this guy to charge $800, I feel like that's within range. And since he is the company that has been commissioned by Integrity Spas to do the shipping to our house for $800, I'll let him do the move into our backyard and placement of the spa. So that's where we're at. So I'll show you the video of the I'll show you a redacted video of the confirmation of the order, so you can see what that looks like once you place your order with Integrity Spas. Thanks. Okay, I don't know how this is going to look, but I just put my spa confirmation in a Word doc. You get this in an email form, but it says, hey, thank you for your purchase. We've processed your order. Here are the details. I got the Paradise Spa in sterling silver with coastal gray with a matching cover. I paid $7,100 back in March. All of these features come with the spa: twin lighted water column, twin lighted mood lighting, halo perimeter, stainless steel jets, ozonator, all the things that were on their site. Okay, over $1,200 in upgrades included at no additional cost. So shipping is free. The total is $7,100. Shipping to my home in Middletown, Delaware. Spa will be custom built and will ship on the week of June 7th, which we know came and went. The shipping company will reach out to us approximately 24 hours before delivery to set up a mutually acceptable delivery time. They'll unload the spa. It's very important, extremely important, that you carefully inspect your spa upon delivery and note any damages to the driver's bill of lading. So thank you for purchasing from us. We have spa accessories and other things, and tell a friend and we'll give you a free chemical bucket, which is a $100 chemical bucket. Please feel free to email us or call us with any kind of questions. And then Jeff, who's the owner of Integrity Spas, lists his email and his number there. Every time I've called Jeff, he's always answered. Every time I've left, if he doesn't answer and I've left a message, he has called back, which is pretty cool. He calls back within 2 days or so and answers the questions. Questions I had were, who is our delivery company? I want to coordinate with them to do backyard placement. He gave me the name of the delivery company and said, here's who we're going to be using in your area. So I was able to coordinate with that delivery company. Cool. I asked him, hey, the delivery company is asking for the date, and that was back in July. And he basically said, I don't really have a date yet, but I'll try to find out and let you know. Okay. Called back at the end of July, and he said, it's looking like your spa will be delivered to you at the end of August. So here we are, August 18th. We're getting close to that. It's getting exciting, and I'm willing to wait. And if it pushes back, if it pushes past the end of August, so be it. But I'm hoping that, we're getting close and it's the right one. But that is what you get when you place your order with Integrity Spas. You do get the email. Sorry if it's a little blurry on this screen because it's a video of a screen, but that's the kind of email that you'll get back from them, and then the waiting game begins. So welcome to our deck. When the spa finally does arrive, we plan on putting it on our deck here in the corner where this table is. So the spa will run 9 foot this way and 7 foot this way. So it'll probably come out to this rail right here and sit in this area. So one thing to keep in mind, when we built the deck, we had originally planned to have the spa put on the top of the deck. So in building the deck, we had extra set of footers put in, as you can see there. Okay, this set right here is an extra set. This to this, these are standard ones when building the deck, and this is an extra one, okay? What's important about that is that each one of these footers is designed to hold 3,000 pounds. So we have 6 footers here that will be impacting and taking on the weight of the spa, and these 6 footers will support 3,000 pounds each. So we can support up to 18,000 pounds on this deck. So one thing to keep in mind, if you do plan on getting a spa and putting it up on your deck, think about where you're going to put it and make sure you put the right type of load support in. To give you an idea, I do have some cornhole boards here. You can see the span under the deck here. I don't know if I'd be too quick to put a spa in this area because of that. But over here, we have extra footings and extra support built to handle the spa. So that's something I just wanted to show you, because the proper planning can hopefully go a long way and avoid disasters. So maybe change this window out and make it a door and go right into this extra room here from the spa. We'll have the spa right here. We are going to have the sub panel put in here that goes down into our basement to the main panel, come out to a sub panel here, and we're going to have an extra basic 120 outlet here for basic electricity, along with a spa, a 60 amp breaker that comes out of here and will go to the spa underneath the deck. So that'll be the setup. We did hire an electrician to do the work to bring a breaker from the main box out to a sub panel and then come out from the sub panel to connect to the spa. So we hired an electrician for that. Okay, that's enough for round one. Couple things to also note is that you possibly can hook up the electricity yourself. Spa Man has a lot of videos on running your own sub panel from your main panel and how to do the wiring and the type of wiring you should use and all different ways to do that. And it looks fairly easy to make those connections. So you probably could do it yourself. I would have done it myself, except that my town requires a they don't do an inspection of the wiring work, but they do require you to have a license number to be a licensed electrician and put your license number in on the paperwork when you complete the work. So no inspection, but they want you to have a licensed electrician's number inserted there. So I just decided to hire an electrician to do it, but you might be able to do, your town might be different, you might be able to get to do things differently and do the wiring yourself. So something worth looking into. So that's one thing to note. Any questions, feel free to give me a reply or a comment down below. I will do my best to try to answer them for you. I'm going through this for the first time, so I most likely will not have all the answers, but feel free to give me a note, and as things develop, if I get any new bits of information, I'll make a new video, post it to this site so that you can see what happens along the way of getting this order either fulfilled or having this just crash in my face. So fingers are crossed, and thanks for watching this far. I know it's a half hour. The next videos should probably be a lot quicker than this until the spa is delivered and in place, and I can show you the features and I can show you the likes and dislikes about it. Okay, so leave comments. Thanks for watching, and take care. God bless. Until next time.